This past week, President Obama visited Central and South America to strengthen the United States' relationship with these countries. His time in Brazil was hailed especially by black Brazilians, who are inspired by his story of success. The president of Brazil, Ms. Dilma Rousseff, also praised his political success, comparing it to her own, saying that the ascent of Obama and herself demonstrated that the basis of democracy allows to overcome the largest barriers to build societies that will be more generous and live more in harmony. She also noted the long track record of discrimination towards minorities in both the United States and Brazil. However, some politicians and political scientists have denied the existence of racism in Brazil, calling it a racial democracy, citing the lack of institutional injustices and high rate of white and non-white intermarriage as proof. This situation provides a unique case study for analysis with Charles Mill's philosophy of the racial contract. In his book The Racial Contract, Mills argues for the existence of a racial contract between privileged whites to deny rights to and exploit non-whites. He claims that the racial contract has moral, political, and epistemological implications, that it is real, and that it is designed for economic exploitation. Let's apply these concepts to the issue of racism in Brazil. Brazil was colonized by the Portuguese, who conscripted the Native Americans into forced labor and enslaved approximately 3.3 million Africans to serve on plantations in Brazil. Brazil was the last country in the Americas to abolish slavery in 1888. So, in the formative years of Brazilian politics, non-white Brazilians were subjected to the power of white Brazilians. Traditionally, black Brazilians have had less wealth, less power, have been less healthy, and received less education than white Brazilians. These trends suggest that at least some form of a racially prejudiced political and moral contract existed in Brazil. The denial of the existence of racism in the face of clear differences in the standards of living between white and non-white Brazilians supports Mill's argument for an epistemology of ignorance. Quote, that white misunderstanding, misinterpretation, evasion, and self-deception on matters related to race are among the most pervasive mental phenomena of the past few hundred years, a cognitive and moral economy psychically required for conquest, colonization, and enslavement. And these phenomena are in no way accidental, but prescribed by the terms of the racial contract. By these criteria, it seems that a racial contract has historically existed in Brazil. Does it currently? According to a 2003 poll, 90% of Brazilians admitted the existence of racism. However, this acceptance could be the first step in reversing the epistemology of ignorance. By recognizing that racism exists and is an issue, society can move towards racial equality. To this end, the 1988 Brazilian Constitution criminalized racism in Brazil, and several state universities have implemented affirmative action programs. President Rousseff's predecessor, Luiz Inácio da Silva, better known to his people in the world as Lula, made race a key issue in his presidency, appointing Brazil's first black Supreme Court justice in 2003 and establishing the Secretariat for Racial Equality. The social discrepancies still persist, however, perhaps due to the foundation of Brazilian society on the racial contract. These policies are important first steps, though, in eliminating racism from Brazilian society, and hopefully leaders like Mr. Obama and Ms. Rousseff can use their own experiences as a foundation for overturning the racial contract in Brazil. Thank you.